Good morning. So we're going to try a challenge called Spice Up Your Life, which seems ridiculous really, but I've got my box of spices here that I use for all my cooking, and so what we're going to do is we're going to take a teaspoon of them, put them into a jar, mix it up, and then watch me drink it. So let's see how we get on. So we've got some Italian herbs going in, Chinese spice, paprika, black pepper, that'll give it a kick, mixed herbs, will float on the top no doubt. Oh. Ginger doesn't want to come out. Hot chili powder, nothing but the best. This is looking dangerous now. Chili flakes. Look how big they are. A couple more to go. It's getting serious now. Cumin. Oh, I can just smell how fresh that is. Curry powder. And just to complete it off, a bit of soy sauce. And some vinegar. Oh, I've made a mess as well. There we go. Right, let's add some water to this and we'll give it a stir so we can see how lovely it is. So just so you get a sense of how disgusting that is, I think some of it's congealing at the bottom. It might be time to back out of this, but challenge a challenge, so we'll see where we get. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Ah! 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 There you go. That was challenge number 1, spice up your life. Don't try this at home. So my mouth is still on fire from that last challenge. But what I wanted us to do now is just take a quick look at what Ascension Day is and what lessons there are for us from that. So the first place we're going to have to start is the Bible, Acts chapter 1, just a few verses from there. Let's have a look at them now. So when they had come together, they asked him, Lord, is this the time when you will restore the kingdom to Israel? He replied, It is not for you to know the times or periods that the Father has set by his own authority. But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit has come upon you, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem, in all Judea and Samaria, and to the ends of the earth. When he had said this, as they were watching, he was lifted up, and a cloud took him out of their sight. While he was going, and they were gazing up toward heaven, suddenly 2 men in white robes stood by them. They said, Men of Galilee, why do you stand looking up toward heaven? This Jesus, who has been taken up from you into heaven, will come in the same way as you saw him go into heaven. I love the quote from The Last Jedi. Amazing, every word you just said was wrong. It's the same with the disciples. Even though they had been with Jesus, listened to his teaching, and seen the amazing miracles he'd done, and now he's talking to them after rising from the dead, they still don't get it. It gives me hope when I don't get things right first time round. God is the God of second chances, and many more if we need them. So what was wrong about it? They were still convinced that Jesus was going to kick out the Romans and they would have power and control back in their country. They were looking at it all wrong. Let's have a look at something with the wrong perspective. Here is a map of the world. Look familiar to you? But it's just one way of looking at the world, with the UK in the middle. What about if you lived in New Zealand? Well, a map that was more accurate would look like this. I'll give you a few seconds to get your head around it. The disciples didn't get thy kingdom come. It wasn't a country. It's anywhere where God's way are chosen and lived out. They're anywhere near us. Perhaps the most amazing message from Thy Kingdom Come and the Ascension is that it's not about us. So Jesus, he's just risen from the dead and he's with his disciples who are worried and scared and excited and don't really know what's going on or what they've got to do. And the natural thing for him to do is to help his friends. And yet he chooses to go back to heaven so that they can get even more help from the Holy Spirit. And that is incredible, really. Incredible amount of control from Jesus to know that he needs to give them more help, but it's not from him. So there's a big challenge in Thy Kingdom Come. That is, are we prepared to deny ourselves so that other people can have the best chance of life? Look at that view, at that sweep. Just look how massive everything is, how much is contained in that shot. And we're not even at the top of the hill. I couldn't get there because there were so many people up there. The film Bucket List was where Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman formed an unlikely partnership as they created a list of things that they wanted to do before they died. And one of the first things they put on there was see something majestic. Now, I don't know about you and how you measure majestic, but for me there's a lot to be said for the vastness of views there, of hills, of mountains, of water, where you see great big huge power in creation and in imagining God above that. Of course, majesty can also be found in the minute detail with which God creates. Look at this insect. In one description you describe it as green, but then you notice the orange feet and the black antennae, everything made in such wondrous detail with such care and attention. And what's our response when we see such things? Well, we just stop, don't we? And we gaze in wonder, and then hopefully we worship. Let's do that now.
When I gaze into the stars, when I see the life of planet Mars, there's only one creator. When I watch the moon at night, when I feel the sun is burning bright. There's only one creator, so clap your hands and sing, shout out and worship him. So clap your hands and sing, and let the praise begin. Oh wow, what a God, oh wow, what a God. There's no one like you, there'll never be another. Oh wow, what a God, oh wow, what a God. There's no one like you, there'll never be another awesome God. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. Look at all the animals, look at all the places round the world. There's only one creator, all the languages
we're talking in.
French, Spanish, Greek to Mandarin. Solo hay un creador. So clap your hands and sing, shout out and worship him. So clap your hands and sing, and let the praise begin. Oh wow, what a God, oh wow, what a God. There's no one like you, there'll never be another. Oh wow, what a God, oh wow, what a God. There's no one like you, there'll never be another awesome God. You walked upon the earth you made. Oh wow, oh wow. You died and now we can be saved. Oh wow, oh wow. You rose and left an empty grave. Oh wow, oh